Have you ever had to deal with an HOA from hell? Let me tell you, mine takes the cake. I live on a beautiful lake, and it's been my little slice of paradise for years. The property line for my house actually extends right into the water, and I own the only boat ramp on the entire lake. It's always been a quiet, peaceful community. Or at least, it was. It all started when our old HOA president, a really great guy, moved away. In his place, we got Karen. And Karen had ideas, big, terrible ideas. Her first genius move was to propose building a floating restaurant right in the middle of our serene lake. She claimed it would build community and increase property values. Most of us saw it for what it was, a noisy, disruptive nightmare that would ruin the peace we all cherished. We fought it, of course. We organized, protested, and voted against it at every meeting. But Karen was relentless. She held secret meetings, manipulated the votes, and somehow pushed her ridiculous project through. The construction began, and our quiet lake turned into a noisy, chaotic construction zone. The constant banging, drilling, and shouting echoed across the water from sunrise to sunset. The day the restaurant opened was the last straw. The noise was unbearable, drunken laughter, loud music, and the constant buzz of boats going back and forth until late at night. My peaceful home had turned into front row seats for a non-stop party I never wanted. I complained to the HOA, to the local authorities, to anyone who would listen. But Karen had covered her tracks. And legally, there was nothing they could do. I felt completely helpless. But then I remembered something. My property line. The only boat ramp. It was the only way for supply boats to get to the restaurant. And it was on my land. So, I came up with a plan. A glorious, petty plan. I went out and bought the biggest, ugliest, most rundown pontoon boat I could find. It was a real piece of junk, but it was perfect. That night, under the cover of darkness, I towed that monstrosity right into the middle of my boat ramp and accidentally let it sink. It settled perfectly, blocking the entire ramp. The next morning was beautiful. The chaos started when the first supply boat arrived and found its path completely blocked. Panic ensued. The restaurant owner called me, screaming. Karen called me, threatening legal action. I just played dumb. Oh, my boat sank. What a terrible accident. It's such a shame. I'll get right on that eventually. Days turned into weeks. The restaurant couldn't get supplies. No food, no drinks, no nothing. They had to shut down. The silence was golden. Karen and the HOA board were furious. They tried to sue me, but my lawyer just laughed. The boat ramp was on my private property, and the sunken boat was an unfortunate accident. There was nothing they could do. The restaurant eventually went bankrupt. The floating eyesore was towed away. Piece by piece, the lake is quiet again. And that beautiful, ugly, sunken pontoon boat, it's still there. A permanent monument to my victory over the HOA from hell. They call it a navigational hazard. I call it a trophy. So if you're ever dealing with a crazy HOA, remember this. Sometimes you have to get a little creative. Thanks for watching. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories.